welcome to the Artistic Box. I am so excited that you are here with me today. We are going to do something really neat, kind of unusual, and we won't even need a palette knife or a paintbrush, nothing. We are going to create our very own dirty pour painting. So I'm going to walk you through it, okay? If at any time, if I'm going too fast or you kind of want to take more time, just pause. Hit the pause button. Take as long as you want. This is supposed to be relaxing and fun, okay? So are you ready? All right, so what you have in front of you is you should have your canvas in your box, okay? It's a stretched canvas. And then you'll see that you have 3 different paint colors, okay? This is all liquid painting, all right? And then you're gonna have 3 cups, 1 for each color. And then you'll have a big cup, and that's gonna be later on whenever we mix them all together. And then you'll have 3 craft sticks. And then you'll have a bigger container. It looks kind of like white, creamy milk, and it's called pouring medium. And so we'll use that to make our paint really thin. And then you have this tiny, cute little jar of silicone oil. And this is what creates like bubbles and cells, like little circles, all in your painting. And we want cells. So, and then, I know you're excited about this. This is a gold flake sheet that we're gonna use for your picture at the very end. And you should have a pair of plastic gloves, okay? When you see these, you should be excited. This means that we're gonna do something really fun and messy. All right, so now that we've kind of explained everything, let's go ahead and get started. So our first step is going to be step 1. We're going to pour all the paint into each cup. So take off your tops, okay? And you'll kind of see that this paint is real liquid, and that's what we want. We want really liquid paint whenever we're doing a liquid pour, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just take my craft stick, and I'm gonna grab one of my smaller cups, and I'll start first with the blue, okay? And I'm gonna scrape all of my paint into my cup, okay? Now, this is the time right now, if you want to mix your colors, maybe you want a color like the ocean, and you wanna mix blue and green together to kind of create like a teal or an aqua color, then you can go ahead and do that and mix some cool colors. Okay, I'm just gonna do plain blue, okay, just like that. So put all of it in your cup. And then I'm gonna move on to my green, okay? And I'm gonna scrape all of my green paint into my tiny cup. All right, get as much as you can. You can scrape the sides if you need to, okay? Yeah, you might get a little bit of paint on you, and that's okay. This is all water-based. It'll come off. Okay, so far we have our green, okay, and then our blue, and our last color is gonna be white. So let's get our last small cup and your white paint and scrape all of it into that cup, okay? You can scrape it off on the side. Okay. All right. So now we have our 3 paint colors, okay? White, blue, and green. Now we are ready to add our weird looking pouring medium. And it looks sort of like milk, okay? So you'll have a bigger container, and what you're gonna do is you're going to add pouring medium to each of these colors, all right? And you should have about this much pouring medium in each cup, okay? So let's pour a little in our white, pour a little in your green, okay? And then pour a little bit in your blue, okay? And just kind of make sure that they have all about the same amount. You should use all of this pouring medium. What this pouring medium does is it takes your paint and it makes it more and more liquid. So you're gonna take it and you're gonna now stir together your pouring medium, and paint, okay? And what you're looking for is you kind of want like a syrup consistency. So after you stir it really good together, okay, you're gonna lift it up and kind of just strip it. Oh, that looks good. So it should come down in like a steady stream, kind of like syrup, okay? So now we're gonna mix the green and the pouring medium. So stir that really good together. And since it's a little bit white, it kind of makes your green lighter. I like the color. And you want to mix it really, really, really good together, okay? So you're stirring, 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 and then you're gonna drip. Oh yeah, that looks great. Okay, that's kind of like your test. So you'll lift up your craft stick and test it. So our last color is gonna be our blue, and we're gonna stir, stir, stir together, okay? All of our blue. All right. And then lift it. Oh yeah, steady stream. All right, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. If you kind of did one of your colors and it wasn't like a total steady stream, just add a little bit of pouring medium. And I sometimes, if I run out of pouring medium, I just add a little bit of water. You can always add like a few droplets of water if your paint is just refusing to get thin. That looks perfect. Okay, so here's where you're gonna wanna put on your gloves, okay? Go ahead and put on your gloves. And you could have started out with your gloves. I would like to do the mixing first without the gloves. And we're gonna add our last step, which is gonna be the silicone oil. So what we said earlier is that the silicone oil, it makes cells, like little tiny circles in your painting, and that's what you really want. So you're gonna pour a little bit into each cup. You're gonna use every bit of it in here. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit in the white, a little bit in my green, a little bit in my blue. Okay, I might go back and add some more to the white, add a little bit more to the green. You want to get every single drop out of this little jar, okay? Okay. And then you're gonna just do one tiny stir, okay? Just one little baby stir. All right, now you're gonna need your large cup, and this is why it's called a dirty pour, because what you're gonna do now is you're just going to layer all of your colors together. So I'm gonna start first with the green, and then I'll layer some white, and then I'll layer some blue, okay? So start with the green. You're just gonna pour it right in there, okay? Then I'm gonna add some white, and I'm gonna pour some white on top. Then I'm gonna pour some blue, okay? And if you can see, what it does is it creates like a really cool blue, green, white effect, okay? So now that I have those three colors, I still have extra paint left over, and you'll see why. We're gonna use that in a second. So now I'm gonna pour all over my painting. You can kind of decide if you wanna turn it this way or if you wanna turn it this way. And you're just gonna pour all over, okay? And look, you can start to see this color. Do you see that? Okay. Whoa, look how pretty that is. And you can already see the cells, the little tiny circles. Okay, so I'm gonna gently move it around. All right, I need a lot more paint on my canvas, don't I? So now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the same process again. Okay, let me take these off for a second. I am going to use the same thing. So I'm gonna do some green on the bottom, scrape all my paint into that cup. Okay. And then I'm gonna scrape my white. All right. And then I'm gonna scrape my blue. Okay. So now that I've scraped all of those colors in there, I have another cup full of paint, and I'm gonna fill in all of these white spots on my canvas, okay? So I'm just gonna pour all of these white spots in my canvas. Okay, wow, that is looking so cool. Okay, you wanna get all of it. I'm even gonna knock it on the side, okay? And then I have a little bit of white left over, just because there's just a little bit more. So I'm just gonna drop some white. Okay, so it gives it a few cool little tiny pieces that stand out. Okay. Oh, this is so cool. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. All right, so now we have our painting, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slowly tilt it. You don't ever wanna lose all of your paint at once. So slowly tilt it, okay? You can tilt it back towards me. All right, you're just gonna kind of hold the edges, and that's why you should be wearing gloves right now. I just am not gonna wear gloves for a second. And then you're slowly letting it come off. Now, this is why whenever you start painting one of these, you need to have like a surface so that you don't care if it gets ruined, because it drips right off the edges, okay? And then in a second, you'll have a beautiful, it kind of looks like the ocean painting, okay? So I'm gonna cover all the areas. Once you've covered all of your corners, you can lay it back down, okay? Now I'm definitely gonna need a paper towel. Okay. I love those shades of color. That is so pretty. Even my fingers are like aqua blue. Okay, so the last step that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our gold flake sheet and we're just gonna flake a little bit of pieces all along our painting, okay? So you can kind of take your fingernail and just scrape it off like that and then flake it, okay? So I'm just literally like scratching the paper and flaking gold little tiny pieces all over, all right? So as they come off, you're just flaking them off your fingers, okay? If you had kept your gloves on the whole time, then your fingers are not sticky like mine. So you're just gonna flake them, okay? I kind of like gold because gold is a warm color and these are two cool colors, and so they have a really good contrast. So gold flake sheets look really good, and it kind of reminds me, since we're going with like a theme of a beach, kind of reminds me of the gold sand. Okay. So we're just gonna use as much gold flake as you wanna use, okay? And then we'll make sure it's laying flat. All right. And we are almost finished. Oh, this is gonna look so good. So if you have never done one of these before with me, and you like this project, you need to go visit us at theartisticbox.com and get another art box, or you could get one every month delivered to you if you want to become a subscriber. So go visit us, order another project, and create another fun piece of art. Thank you so much. I hope you had a lot of fun, and now you have a beautiful painting to frame for your house. Good job.